First of all, good morning to all of you. By the grace of great Almighty God, let us start. See, we are doing the damped harmonic oscillator. We was doing the damped harmonic oscillator, and this is the special case. What was the special case? First of all, what was the special case? Special case one, heavily damped. For the heavily damped, for overdamping, or heavily damped oscillations. When the oscillator is said to be overdamped or heavily damped, when the factor R, when the factor, what is R? R is called a damping constant. R is called a damping constant. When the magnitude of the R damping constant will be more, then more damping will be there. More damping will be there. More the damping, lesser is the oscillations. Lesser is the oscillations. It means R is called damping constant. More the damping, lesser is the oscillations. Lesser is the oscillations. Or who can say lesser is the amplitude of oscillations. Lesser is the amplitude of oscillations. Okay. I mean to say the oscillations will die out very fast. The oscillations will die out very fast. So what will be the condition? What was the condition? See, B is equal to R by 2m and omega is equal to omega naught square is equal to K by m. So we must have the condition B square greater than omega naught square. This is the condition for the heavily damped. Are you getting my point? Peter, please come here. Okay. This is the condition for what? Overdamping. For overdamping. How we come to know about this? About this? Because in the B contains R. And R means damping. R means damping. More the damping, lesser is the amplitude of oscillations. Or we can say heavily damped. Okay. It means oscillations will die out very fast. So I can say B is equal to R by 2m, R square by 4m square greater than K by m. So this is the condition of the overdamping. Okay, this is the condition for the over and out till now. And using these conditions, we have derived this displacement. Using these conditions, we have derived this condition. And what is this? What is x? What is x? X is called displacement. X is called a displacement. Okay. So x is equal to a raised to power minus bt a1 plus a2 cos hyperbolic square root of b square minus omega naught square t plus a1 minus a2 sin hyperbolic of b square minus omega naught square into t. This is called our equation number 8. Okay. See, this cos hyperbolic. See, this equation consists of two important things, terms. One term is cos hyperbolic. This is our cos hyperbolic, and this is the sin hyperbolic. And these two functions are not periodic in nature. Okay, these are not periodic. These are non-periodic. But sin x and cos x they are periodic functions. They are, you know the meaning of periodic? Periodic means like this is the graph of sin x. This is the graph of the sin x. Y is equal to sin x. See, after every 2 pi, this sine curve repeats itself. Similarly for the cos x. Y is equal to cos x. This is 0, this is pi by 2. Okay, this is 2 pi. Okay. So it means that after every 2 pi period, this cos x graph will also repeat. So it means both are periodic. periodic. Sin x is periodic and cos x is also periodic. Now what is the periodicity of the sine function or cos function? If somebody asks from you, let us say I have a sin x. If I add 2 pi in sin x, will it change? Will it change? No, it is not going to change because sin 2 pi plus theta. What's the formula? Sin 2 pi plus theta is again sin theta. So it means what is this? This 2 pi is called a periodicity. It's called a periodicity or period or a period. So period or periodicity of sin x is 2 pi. Okay guys. Okay, done. Similarly, let us calculate the periodicity for the cos x. Let us check the periodicity for the cos x. Okay, so I will write y is equal to cos x. Again add 2 pi. Again add 2 pi. So 2 pi means 360. 2 pi means 360. Sin 360 plus theta. What's the answer? Again it comes in the first quadrant. So answer is cos x. So it means this equation, this left hand side must be equal to the right hand side. So what is the period of cos x theta? Friends, period is again okay. If I give you example, let us say sin x is equal to sin x plus 2 pi by 2. Is it a period or not? No, because sin pi by 2 plus theta become a cos theta, and this equation will not be valid at that point of time. Okay, so sine function and cosine function are periodic in nature, but these are the non-periodic. Use the red pen. Non-periodic. This is also a non-periodic. Okay. So please write a note with a red pen. Note number 1: sin x and cos x are periodic functions. But note number 2: sin hyperbolic x and cos hyperbolic x are non-periodic. Okay, so it means what kind of the oscillations it will possess, or what kind of the displacement it would possess. Its oscillations will die out very fast because that is not periodic. See, we have to look this equation very carefully, and from this equation we will make a graph. We will make a graph of displacement versus time. So please write 2 lines. In equation 8 represents, equation 8 shows that cos hyperbolic of x, this cos hyperbolic this function, and sin hyperbolic this function, these terms, cos hyperbolic of this square root of b square minus omega naught square into t, and sin hyperbolic square root of b square minus omega naught square into t. These terms are non-periodic in nature, or these are called non-periodic functions. Okay, you have to write this. Non-periodic. These are the non-periodic. Okay, non-periodic. Cos hyperbolic and sin hyperbolic. These are also called hyperbolic functions. These are also called the hyperbolic functions. Which one? Cos hyperbolic x and sin hyperbolic x are called oscillations are non-periodic in nature. Please write the next point. Equation 8 also shows that when the oscillation is heavily damped, when the oscillations is heavily damped, then the motion is not oscillatory at all. So this is the graph of t. This is x. Okay. So this is a1 plus a2. So this is the graph of this x versus t. This is the graph of x versus t. So you can see that it is how fast it will damp, how fast it will decay. So this is the graph for the heavily damped or overdamped. Okay. It means, please write next point. Please first of all, please make the graph. Please make the graph very precisely and neat and clean. Should we proceed? Okay. Please write next point. See equation 8. In equation 8 also shows that. See, this is called the exponential function. That is why this graph is also decreases exponentially very fast. Okay. Equation 8 also shows that x decreases exponentially. Use the red pen. X decreases exponentially, and oscillator energy is dissipated, at a very fast rate, so that motion will stop in a short time. Okay. After short time, what will happen? The oscillations will die out. When the oscillations will die out, then what was the amplitude? Amplitude becomes 0. Amplitude of oscillations will become 0. Okay. So this is the variation you can write. This is the graph of variation of x versus t. Variation of x versus t. Okay. What is x? Displacement. What is t? Time. Okay. You can write also. Displacement versus time. Time graph. Okay. Now we discuss the second case. For lightly damped oscillator. What's the meaning of lightly damped? What's the meaning of lightly damped? Lightly damped means damping will be less or more. Heavily damped means R is more. R more means B is more. Because B contains R, B is equal to R by 2n. Are you getting the point? Heavily damped means R is more, and lightly damped means R is less. What is R?
Less.
Damping constant. R is called a damping constant. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Heavily damped means more the value of R. More the value of R means more the value of damping constant. More the value of damping constant means more the value of B. More the value of B. Because B contains R. B contains R. Okay. And for lightly damped, what was the condition? What will be the condition? For lightly damping, R is less. R is less. And when the R will be less, when this factor must be less than the omega naught square. Okay. Then the condition will become B square will be less than the omega naught square. First of all, I will rub this. Please write special case 2. Please write special case 2. Use the red pen. Special case 2. Lightly damped oscillations. Okay. Lightly damped means damping is less. Damping is and what is damping? Damping means a resistive force. Damping means a resistive force. Resistive force is less. See, so it means R is less. R is less means B is less. R is less means B is less. It means this implies B is less because B is equal to R by 2. B is equal to R by 2. Okay. If R is less, then B is less. Okay. And in the square root, we have a second term. B square minus omega naught square. So now what will be the condition? Tafa. What will be the condition? For the first case, we have used B square must be greater than omega naught square for the overdamp. And for the lightly damped, what will be the condition? Yes, omega naught square must be greater than the B square. Or we can say B square must be less than the omega naught square. Okay, yes. Well done. This is for the lightly damped. This is for the lightly damped. Shabash. Well done. This is for the lightly damped. Lightly damped oscillations. What is B? What is B? What is B? B is equal to R by 2. So the condition will be R square by 4 by 4m square must be greater than K by M. Or we can say, okay, because omega naught square is equal to K by M. Okay, Nada? Sean, Peter, are you getting this point? Lightly damping means R is less. Lesser the value of R, more the amplitude of the oscillations. Okay, or we can say more the velocity of the motion. Okay, because R means damping. R is the damping, and damping means resistive force. Damping means resistive force. So please write. The oscillations are said to be a lightly damped if this condition is satisfied. The oscillations are said to be a lightly damped if this condition satisfied. B square must be less than the omega naught square. See, if the B square minus omega naught square, if B square is less than omega naught square, then what would be happen? This square root becomes a negative. This square root becomes a negative. Are you getting the point? And it will look like this, -1. It means -1 will become in the square root. And -1 of square root of -1 is equal to iota. Is equal to iota. Are you getting the point? So I can write this term as iota of b omega naught square minus b square. So that this becomes a positive. So that this term becomes a positive. See, what's the meaning of iota? -1 square root of -1 square root of -1 into square root of omega naught square minus b square. Multiply in this -1 of omega naught square minus b square. So So multiply this become b square minus omega naught square. So it hardly makes any difference. So we can say this term and this term both are same. Both are same. Okay, both are same. See, I have proved this. Iota means square root of minus 1. So I have used minus 1 square root. I have multiplied. When I multiplied minus plus minus 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 plus. So again this equation and this equation are same. So it means I can write this equation b square minus omega naught square is equal to iota of omega naught square minus b square. Okay. Okay. So the equation it will become. So the equation, what was the number? 6, sorry. So the equation 6 will become, equation 6 become x is equal to e raised to power minus bt a1 e raised to power iota omega naught square minus b square into t plus a2 e raised to power minus iota omega naught square minus b square. Okay, this is the standard solution. This is the standard solution. Give it equation number, let us say okay. Have you got this idea? Okay, understood? Now I want to write this exponential term in terms of cos and x. I want to write this exponential terms into cos and sin, cos x and sin x. How I can write? Then please write a note. E raised to power minus iota x is equal to, this is a formula of mathematics. E raised to power iota x is equal to cos x plus iota sin x. Okay, this is a formula. And e raised to power minus iota x cos x minus iota sin x. So use this formula and this formula here. Here and here. Here our x is square root of omega square. Our x is square root of omega naught square minus b square into t. So I will use here. See, I will use here. Then I will put the value. Okay. So e to the power iota omega naught square minus b square into t. See, now this is x. This is x. E to the power iota x is equal to cos of x. Cos of x. What is x? Okay, plus iota sin of omega naught square minus b square into t. Okay, Tamasba? Similarly, what is the formula of this term? I will use this formula. E to the power minus iota omega naught square minus b square into t. What will be the answer? Cos of omega naught square minus b square into t minus iota sin omega naught square minus b square into. Okay. Now you use these two formulas in this equation. This equation. Let us see what's the answer. Yes. Okay. So this will become minus bt a1 into cos of omega naught square minus b square into t plus iota sin of omega naught square minus b square into t. Okay, done. This will become, this is this one, plus a2. What's the value of this? I will the answer. This is the answer. Now please club the cos term and sin term separately. Please club the cos term and sin terms. Okay. What will be the answer? Can I rub this, students? Can I rub this? Yes. Okay. Do you want to ask something? Okay. You want to write? Please write. I will not supposed to erase this. Now, what is the answer? E raised to power minus bt. See, this is a1 cos, this is a2 cos. So it means cos is common, a1 plus a2. a1 plus a2 I can write a1 plus a2 cos omega naught square minus b square into t. Okay, please check. Sometimes I can be wrong because I am very close to the board. Okay, so you have to verify all the terms. Plus, see, in this iota is common and this sin term is common. Okay, then I will write here iota a1 minus a2 iota a1 minus a2. See, this become iota a1, this is become iota a2. Iota a1 minus iota a2 becomes iota common a1 minus a2. And here I will use sin of, this is common factor, sin of omega naught square minus b square into t. So actually very we have to attain a very rigorous kind of focus on this because it's a very lengthy mathematics. Okay. So this is the equation a1 plus a2 cos of omega naught square minus b square into t plus iota a1 minus a2 sin of omega square. Let us say this is equation number 10. Please tell me if you have any kind of difficulty till now. Tafa? Understood? Kata? Okay. Chiteka? Welshborn? I think I have explained each and every term very precisely so that you can make a better understanding. Okay. So this is the final equation of displacement. This is the final equation of the displacement. Okay. Now let us say I want to simplify this equation. I want to simplify this equation. Let us say a1 plus a2 is equal to a naught cos phi. Let us say 11. And I want to take iota a1 minus a2 is equal to a naught sin phi. Let us say, okay. Then equation 10 becomes can I erase this? Yes. Fortune, please tell me what is the final equation?
I can see from after
a1 plus a2 becomes a naught sin phi.
From left. Can you state the statement left? I can see the letter or
I'm not getting your voice. What are you trying to say?
The symbol after the word left.
This I have taken from my side. Let us assume.
The symbol after the word left. I can see the symbol.
Which one?
The symbol after the word left.
Oh, here work. This one expression you don't understand.
Can you read out the next?
This one.
Below.
I have assumed from myself. I have assumed from my side. Let us take this a1 a2 is a constant. So I have taken a1 plus a2 is equal to a naught constant. Let us say because this is a very lengthy equation. Now I want to simplify this equation in the shorter term. So let us say Let us say a1 plus a2 is equal to a0 cos phi, and let us say this iota a1 minus a2 is equal to a0 sin phi. Okay, understood? Now put use the terms. Now use equation 11 and 12. Use in 11 and 12. Use equation 11 and 10 in 10. Then equation 10 becomes. Use these two equations in equation number 10. So x is equal to e to the power minus bt. It becomes a0 cos phi into cos of omega naught square minus b square into t plus a0 sin phi sin of omega naught square minus b square into t. Okay. Again a0 is constant. Take outside. Cos phi into cos omega naught square minus b square into t plus sin phi into sin omega naught square minus b square. See, this will become the cos sin ab and cos ab formula. This becomes the formula cos of a minus b. Cos of a minus b. Cos of a minus b is equal to क्या होता है फॉर्मूला? Cos a minus b is cos a cos b. Cos a cos b plus sin a sin a sin. This is the formula. What is about a? What is about a? What is about a? What is about a? A is phi. A is and what is b? This one. A is phi and b is square root of omega naught square minus b square into t. So this equation becomes x is equal to a naught e to the power minus bt. Okay, become a minus b cos of, let us say this is a, this is b. We can take any one of them. Let us say this is a, this is b. Okay, then it becomes cos of omega naught square minus b square t minus phi. So this is the final equation. Okay. Now see, this is a very lengthy equation, but it is very small equation. So that is why we have used substitution. We have used the substitution. Okay, Chideka? Watchman? Okay. See, this is called cos a cos b. This is a. This is a b. Cos a cos b plus sin a sin b becomes cos a minus b. So it becomes a cos a minus b. It becomes a cos a minus a. So I will write the final equation here. Okay. What is phi? What is phi? Phi is called phase. Phi is called a phase. Initial phase. Okay. Phi is called a phase. Now this is a very simple equation. Instead of that equation was very much lengthy. So this equation is very simple. So please. Now let us solve equation number 11 and 12 also. See what we have assumed. We have assumed that a naught cos phi is equal to which term? Which term? A1 plus A2. a1 plus a2 is equal to a0 cos phi, and iota a1 minus a2 was equal to a0 sin phi. This was the equations, and number was what was the number? What number we have given? 11 and 12. 11 and 12. This was 11. This is 12. Okay. Squaring equation 11 and 12 and then add. Add. Okay. First square both equations and then add. Let us see what we get. We are getting. First of all, we will do the square. a0 square cos phi, and this become iota square a1 minus a2 square is equal to a0 square sin square. Okay. Okay. This iota square becomes a minus what? Minus of a1 minus a2 square is equal to a0 square sin square. Now I will add this equation and this equation. Let us see what I am getting. I am getting a0 square. I am getting a0 square cos square phi plus a0 square sin square phi is equal to a1 plus a2 square minus a1 minus a2 square. This is a common a0 square and cos square phi plus sin square phi. This will give me answer 1. Cos square plus phi plus sin square phi gives me the answer 1. You know this? Cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to always 1. And this becomes, please, a plus b whole square. What's the formula? What's the formula of a plus b whole square? Peter, what's the formula? A plus b whole square. What's the formula? A square plus b square plus similarly a minus b whole square, a square plus b square. Use these formulas in this question. It becomes a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1. It becomes a1 square plus a2 square minus. Okay. Now open the bracket. This becomes a0 square is equal to. This becomes a0 square is equal to a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 minus a1 square minus a2 square minus plus. This will cancel. Okay. What's the answer I have? I have a0 square is equal to 2 to 4a1 a2. And what is a0? a0 become 2 of square root of a1 into 2. This is the answer. a0 is equal to 2 of square root of a1 into 2. Okay. And what is tan phi? What is tan? If I want to calculate phi, phi, what I am supposed to do? I will divide this equation by this one. So tan phi, divide equation 12 by 11. Divide equation 12 by 11. It becomes, see, a0 will get cancel out. a0 will get cancel out. Okay. This a0 will cancel out with this a0. Sin by cos. Are you getting things or not? Sean, Peter, are you getting things? See, it will how it becomes a0 sin phi divided by a0 cos phi is equal to iota of a1 minus a2 divided by a1. Okay, this a0 will cancel out with this a0 and it becomes sin by cos tan. Tan phi is equal to iota of a1 minus a2 divided by a1 plus. So I will write here. So can I write this? So I have tangent of phi is equal to iota of a1 minus a2 divided by a1 plus 2. So this is, let us say this is equation number 40. This is called equation number 15. Okay. Okay. From here you can find the value of phi. Phi will be tangent inverse of this term. Tangent inverse of this term. Okay. Okay. So what we have so what's the value of r naught? What was the final equation? Let us say this is r naught. Let us say this is the r naught. Let us assume r naught is equal to a naught into e to the power minus bt. So this equation becomes, now this equation becomes more simpler. ठीक है? We are basically reducing the equation. We are basically reducing the variable and reducing the equation so that we can make a better understanding. Okay? So this equation becomes x is equal to r naught into cos of square root of omega square minus b square into t minus of phi. This is the final equation of the displacement. This is the final equation of the displacement. So till now I think we have done the session, and from the Monday onwards to the tomorrow we will do the session. We will discuss more. See, we will discuss more how this displacement will be changing with respect to t, and what's the function of phi. What is called phi? Phi is called a phase. Phi is called a phase. And what is the term r naught? What's this r naught means amplitude. This r naught means amplitude. Okay. What is the function? What is the role of this r naught? What is the role of phi? What is the role of x? And how variation of x will, how the x will change with respect to t. This we will do in the next lecture. Thank you so much for being with us. If you really like the session, then please subscribe this channel, DG and DG Physics. Thank you so much.